So hello guys and welcome back to the Southeast Asia League. We are going to be getting into our first game in the lower bracket, round number 1. And this is do or die time truly in this double elimination bracket. We are going to start things off, of course, with our master bracket. And it will be PhyNix versus Animal in this PH versus Malaysia battle. My name is Daks and we are going to be, of course, together for the weekend here in the Southeast Asia League. And after this series, guys, after this sets, we are going to be saying goodbye to one of these two teams. But we've seen the impressions that Singapore has left on against the opponents. Vietnam going down after an amazing 3-0 reverse sweep there, courtesy of Team Singapore at the end. Really going to show how clutch these players can be. And it really feels like every single map just has its weight on it. Every single match has its weights on it. And we'll be getting into the same kind of case here between Philippines and Malaysia. Into this game, though, we are gonna see an interesting conundrum here for the side of Team Malaysia. Look at the Philippines first, though. We got 3 Zergs, 2 Terrans, and 2 Protoss players, so pretty evened out kind of setup. Now, unluckily, though, we have gotten confirmation that there is a single match already that we can say what happened, and it will be, of course, an unfortunate forfeit for the side of Team Philippines, and it is Malaysia already. Start things off with a 1-0 lead. Nux couldn't make it in time to his game. Septimus winning that one out. And speaking of Septimus and the rest of the Malaysian crew, it is interesting because they don't have any Zerg players in their roster right there. So with a 1-0 lead, though, maybe just maybe this dichotomy of 2 races gonna be the for Malaysia to get the dub and move on to face off against Vietnam. Seems like, though, we are gonna be getting ready to go into our game. And as we said, we are gonna start things off on an interesting TVT between PhyNix and Animal. Now, looking well at least against these 2 players, PhyNix has been the mech lord so far. Animal, in the meantime, gonna be looking to prove himself against the side of the Philippines. And it really just goes to show these experienced players are really spearheading these teams as much as possible. Terran versus Terran in our first game. We're going to see a lot of Terran and Protoss on the side of Malaysia, that's for sure. In terms of remaining games, it's 2 Terrans left, as well as 4 Protoss players. So that's something to take note, and maybe just maybe Philippines can take advantage of that. In any case, though, it's time for us to get into the game. It's time for us to get into the matchup. And we are going to start things off, of course, on the more macro-oriented Golden Wall LE. Big map for some big dreams. And the real question there is, who can actually win it out? This is the lower brackets, round number 1 between Philippines and Malaysia. And it's time for us to move into the match itself. So hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our first game in this nation war between 2 Terran players. Introducing first, here on the west side of Golden Wall LE, it is our red Terran, PhyNix, representing the Philippines. And his opponent, here on the east side of Golden Wall, representing Malaysia. I love that these 2 guys have their clan tags basically as their nations. It is the blue Terran of Animal. The TVT, he who can play a little better, gonna be looking to show on up instead. This is what I want to see. This is gonna be the matchup coming our way. Now it is time for a TVT setup in the first place. So what's the plan of action here? That's the question here. Because PhyNix will go for the racks into the factory. Animal, in the meantime, staying on with it, wanting to play the eco instead. And interesting enough, we are going to be basically looking at these 2 players. And oh, PhyNix is like, stop. Animal, please. Please don't expand. Bro, please don't expand. I wanna have the economic lead, but Animal saying no. I'm going for the second CC. I'm gonna be going at this in this way. The more on the tech focus here for PhyNix to start things off. Animal, in the meantime, wants to go for the eco. And just looking back a few of these players here and there, coming in from the Philippines itself, I do know a lot about the PH side. And PhyNix has been one of the mainstays, has been in the top 10, that's for sure, of the PH scene for so long. Has been the one looking to go for a Terran resurgence here, there, and everywhere. And as we said, has a very strong mech kind of playstyle, able to reach GM here and there from time to time. But the question is, can he translate it to a successful bio play as well? Seems like though it's proxy starboard time here from the side of Mr. PhyNix. And like him, again, rising from the ashes, looking to get something done. But Animal right now gonna be playing it defensive. He puts the Reaper inside the bunker, interesting enough. And this is gonna be Animal's time to try and get these two bases up and running. Build up for PhyNix, he's going to 1-1-1 before he goes for that expand. And maybe, just maybe, he can make this Liberator count onto the east side. Big force though for PhyNix, 2 Reapers as well as a Hellion. But with the Marines on the inside, that is just free DPS coming the way of this guy, that's for sure. In any case though, Animal right now, gonna be filling it up and making sure this bunker has everything they need and more. Mule's gonna get dropped on down as well. There we go with more and more of these Marines right now. And Animal gonna be getting his own starport into play. But I like this choice here from Animal. Usually you'd see a siege tank, but in a case like this, you have to be wary of air. And a slight Cyclone is the all-around units that you would like to have in your cards. But eventually, it seems like PhyNix gonna be getting this medevac, and it's gonna be just right beside this whole army here. What's the plan right now? Can the Reapers and the Hellions circumnavigate that bunker, get on through to go on to the offensive instead? Animal though gonna be moving on down, just getting more and more of these workers right now. PhyNix expanding in behind all of this, but he needs to make sure this attack is gonna work for him. The Reapers of course can jump up on top off the cliff, and here we go right now with the medevac getting the load on down. These Hellions are gonna be in position yet again. SCVs are falling on apart, and the Marines going on to the outside, maybe just to die. Good cluster bomb though gonna be into play. PhyNix is just making this happen so far, and he is gonna have a good core of units in the middle of everything. 5 FCVs going on down there into the main base we go. And these Marines just going on down in smokes yet again, but the Cyclone is into play. And here we go with the punch, here we go with the damage. Some good micro though from PhyNix to try and keep these Hellions alive. But the question is, can it stay on? Lock on right now onto the medevac, gonna be saying goodbye to the healer there. Perhaps not gonna happen. It seems like this is Animal trying to get the hell away, and the Cyclone will eventually fall there to the hand of PhyNix with more air on the way. There we go with the siege tank right now, but Animal is trying to survive, and he will get hurt a lot into the natural base. So very close, and even more of a punishment. This is gonna be the Reapers right now trying to get in position, and 15 SCVs allowing PhyNix to take this lead. Medevac's now keeping the top up on. There we go with the cleanup eventually, and Animal right now forcing the quick willow load on to the medevac as the Reapers get hit by the shot cannon. But beyond all of this, Animal is absolutely in pain right now, and this is where PhyNix could get ahead of this game. So overall, I love the tactics there from PhyNix. He decides to hop on top to the cliff, get the Hellions on and in position. And well, that is just going to be looking for Philippines to try and get the equalizer already. As we said before, a 1-0 lead for Malaysia, unfortunately, as Daks was unable to make it to his game. So for PhyNix, this is really a lot riding on him to impress in the first place. Build the starport. I believe it hasn't been scouted yet by Animal. Yeah, he knows nothing that's going on nearby. And as we do get a Viking in position here to at least get rid of the Liberator, who's been being such a big pain onto the main base. It effectively has been a very good Liberator to pay for itself. The mining time lost by Animal is absolutely astronomical. And looking at the economy right now for Mr. PhyNix, it really just feels like that he is just able to get ahead and do one better. Eventually though, PhyNix is just waiting for something to happen. He's waiting on the outside and has a force to be reckoned with to try and go on the assault. Siege tank though getting DPS on yet again, trying to get a little bit more for free, and that is going to be time again to get a little bit more of the hurts in another go. Cyclone though going to be in position. There we go with the siege tank getting the burn on up, and Animal forced to stay onto the side yet again. Oh, the amount of space PhyNix is getting here has been unparalleled so far. And now he is back into the natural. He's hammering on away. The C-Shanks getting damage for free. Cyclone gonna be there as well. It's interesting that PhyNix is just getting good medley of units so far. He is gonna be going for those racks though, just in case Vicon gonna drop on down. There we go with the Raven. Gonna have some energy to get at least one auto turret out and about. But it doesn't matter because this Orbital Command is absolutely on fire already. And this is the Viking and the Cyclone giving chase for a little bit more. Missiles absolutely painful, and I really appreciate everyone who's tuning on in right now, especially for the PH side. That is the Raven though going on down yet again. The Viking right now gonna get caught in the crossfire, and Animal trying to get his third CC on, but by this point in time he might need to do something a little better. These Vikings just really trying to burn this one down. The SCP getting the repair on. Cyclone is there yet again on the east side, and goodbye to another base here for Animal. He already lost the space. And now he loses out on the command center itself. That has to hurt here for Animal. And PhyNix is just getting a stranglehold of his opponent. He is creeping ever so closer with these siege tanks right now. And yet again, he's trying to shut down any kind of natural expansions to begin with. But here we go with the damage again. Trying to get a little bit more after all of that. PhyNix is just coming closer and closer, and without the siege tank right now, this forces Animal to get those doors closed yet again. Still though, without an army, Animal will not have much in terms of the deepest department. And while the Vikings are going for the brawl, there we go with the ground-based composition instead. PhyNix right now looking for the star step action. These Marines gonna be out in front. The siege tanks are there as well. More SCVs have gone down, and upgrades abound here for PhyNix. Really impressing here right now, taking care of the racks. And this is basically game, set, and match. Unless the siege tank gets a supercharged up shock cannon, it's not gonna be enough. It immediately falls. No army left for Animal, and this is GG called. Philippines able to equalize. PhyNix will win it out for his nation. Very well played there for PhyNix. Just able to keep up with the offensive, use the starports to the best degree, proxy it out. And unluckily for Animal, never getting the scout, never getting to see pass beyond the veil. And that was just enough for PhyNix to get that W. Really goes to show why PhyNix is one of the best, if not the best, Terran players in the PH scene. You can say a few of them are coming on back, that's for sure, but PhyNix has had the most recent experience. He's been here, there, everywhere, part of the Sick Lab training pool, has been parts of so many different things here and there. And I gotta say PhyNix as well, he's been really on the uptake so far in his career. All he needs to do right now is get a little bit more of that oomph and get a little bit more on understanding what he wants to play, and then he will go a long way from where he started. So good job there for PhyNix, able to tie things up. Animal in the meantime, I love that he was able to defend in so many ways, especially that bunker placement, but it just goes to show when you're not able to spot things out properly, then that's kind of the problem there, and PhyNix gets the W for Team Philippines. Impressive stuff. Now we are all tied up 1-1, and at the very least, Philippines is looking to make this competitive. But the question is, can they keep up this momentum and get the victory here? Next on the list gonna be our first diamond match between Claw and Ninjaong. That's a great name. They're from Malaysia side. And a quick little recap yet again, this is the order we're gonna be playing these matches, of course, guys. And PhyNix taking down Animal to start things off. Nux, though, as we said, unfortunately cannot make it to his match, so he's gonna be calling it quits there. And it is 1-1 right now. Terran and Protoss on the side of Malaysia. We'll see if it's going to be enough for them to get more dubs under the belt. Or will the side of Philippines be able to hold steadfast, get a lot of different variety on, and get those victories? We'll find out soon as we get into our next game. This has only been the start of Philippines versus Malaysia. Tune on in a little bit more for our next match in this round robin best of 7.